I don't think you heard me. I don't think you heard me when I just said that there's a 6-month membership that's available for $99.
When I was a student, I'd write long essays that I'd work on.
Me cansé de relaciones, no quiero más prisiones. Por más que me critiquen, me tiene sin cojones. Papi me puse mamá, y lo sabe colado, me perre en Miami. Qué chimba se siente hacer el amor con otro y que quede entre nosotros. Tú eres mía sin papeles, casi 0 corazones rotos. encendía. Me dejaron solita y se jodió todo. Qué chimba se siente hacer el amor con otro y que quede entre nosotros. Tú eres mío sin papeles, casi cero corazones rotos. Hacer el amor con otro y que quede entre nosotros. Tú eres mío sin papeles, casi cero corazones rotos. Vamos a darnos estos tragos hasta el fondo. Si se filtra algún video, no.
What's going on, Larry Bird? What's the word, Larry Bird? Are you on YouTube or on Twitch? Hold on, I'll tell you right now. You're on the tubes. You know, I noticed that other people have a better chat box than I do. Hold on. Let me play with this. Let's see what kind of chat box can we produce. Let's do something cool. Oh. Let's try that. How does that look? Larry, write some shit. Just start writing a bunch of shit. Do me a favor, my guy. Do me a favor, Mr. White Privilege. Write some shit in the chat. What I'd really like to know is who's the one person always watching on Twitch? Who's that? You're a soldier, whoever you are. I got one tweaker. One Twitch fan. Welcome. Larry, where's your white privileged ass? Can you write something in the chat so I can see if this new thing is how it looks? I gotta say, Larry, the cartel is trimming the fat right now, and you made it, man. You've been pretty dedicated to the show, so you make the cut, Larry. Larry makes the cut. We need that extra bit of white privilege. So Larry makes the cut, but I'm telling you right now, Larry, nobody in the chat, no, but it's because we're gonna start cutting cartel members now. That's what we're doing. Everyone who made the effort to switch around shows or whatever. Everyone who made an effort. Otherwise, you're cut. I mean, we're just going to cut you. We're just going to cut you. I already axed a couple people on Discord. Already like 3 or 4 people yesterday got the axe. And I'm like, listen, I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood this week. I'm going to start deleting everyone. I don't care who you are. People got that imposter syndrome is a problem. You like that, Christy? So I'm getting ideas off of Twitch. I've been steady watching Twitch. I watched Twitch last night. You know what I really like about Twitch? Here, I'll tell you what I really like about Twitch. The idea of putting like categories, like what game you were into, or either just chatting. I think that's really good. It's smart. But what I like about Twitch is that it gives you languages all over the world. So I get to practice my Spanish watching some Latino channel. You know, yesterday I was watching some girl from Spain. I don't like the way Spanish girls talk. I don't like the way they speak Spanish. I hate the lisp. I hate the way they say the S's in Spain. Anyway. And then today I was watching this guy. I don't know. He's probably from El Salvador or somewhere. But all in Spanish. And for me, it's great. It's a great way for me to practice my Spanish. You know, listening. I go, oh, that's right. That's how you say that. It's really awesome. So, I'm a big fan of Twitch. You know, like, I mean, last night. I mean, I'm a big fan of Twitch. You know, huge fan. I love the Twitches. I like the tweakins. Twerking. There's a little bit of twerking too. I like Twitch. I'm pretty happy about the platform. I mean, who knows? Maybe we make a run on Twitch and we just leave. We'll just abandon YouTube altogether. No, probably not. But yeah, big fan. Big fan. Olesia, where's she? Olesia, this cup of coffee's for you, hon. Cheers. You're terrific. I mean, you're absolutely terrific. Should I start doing a squat counter? It seems like it's the thing to do on Twitch, is a squat counter. Should I start doing a squat counter? You think that'll work? How many subs for 10 squats? It's going to take me a while to muster up 10 squats. So how many subs? It's going to be a lot. You're going to have to donate a lot. If I'm going to be up here doing fucking exercises. I don't like exercising at all. It's so boring. So if you're going to have me doing squats in here, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a lot. But it seems like the thing to do on Twitch is to do squats. Just for no reason. Just start squatting. You know? And just drop that ass to the floor. I like it. No. There are some of that. There's a lot of that. Hot girls from Instagram that pretend they can play video games. There is a lot of that. But, yeah, I wouldn't even give them that much. I wouldn't even give them that much credit, Larry. I wouldn't even give them that much credit. Most of them just sit there and do nothing like me. And, oh, it's not even, at least the girls are worth watching. I seen some guy, what was his name? Oh, Kimza? I don't know. Who knows? It's forgettable. Anyways, he had 40,000 people watching him on Twitch. And he does this thing called telling a story. I don't know. Figure it out. Anyways, this guy, first of all, he spends the first 5 minutes trying to convince the people watching that it's going to be a true story. And the thing to remember is that if someone's telling you that it's a true story, it's probably not a true story, you know? If someone has to tell you, like, hey, guys, it's the honest truth. This really happened. It really did. I'm telling you, before I even say what happened, I'm telling you it's the truth. most likely they're just about to lie to you. You know, like anytime a person says, honestly, you know when people do that, they're like, truthfully, you know, or they go, well, honestly. It's like, well, wait a second. What do you mean, honestly? Like, were you lying before, or are you about to lie now? Which one is it? Either you were lying before you said honestly, or you're going to start lying now. It's the only two explanations for why you would have told me that now is the time that you're going to tell the truth. Like, shouldn't you just be telling the truth all the time? Anyways, you always know someone's about to tell you a bunch of bullshit when they say, honestly. No, this really happened, guys. So he proceeds to tell this fucking garbage story about how he met a stripper at a bar and then they exchanged. I mean, people don't even exchange phone numbers anymore. This is how long I've been out of the dating game. People don't even exchange phone numbers anymore. They exchange social like usernames. So this is my Twitter profile. Anyways, he tells this bullshit story about how he meets a stripper and that she's like not chasing clout, but she's super impressed that he's got a blue check mark, like he's verified on Twitter. So that in the same sentence, you just told me that this girl is not chasing clout, but she happens to be a stripper and she's super impressed with your Twitter check mark. Like, do you not understand? Do you see how that doesn't work exactly? You know, do you see how that just, no, you know, it doesn't work? Anyway, 40,000 people watch this garbage, you know? So there's still hope for me. Here's the thing. Are we the only two CARTEL in here? Maybe. Probably. I think people think that I'm joking when I say I would do this show if nobody was watching. I think people have this idea that, like, I give a fuck how many people are watching. Like, I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. I'm doing this show for a year because I bet myself that I couldn't. I don't care if you watch. Okay? All the people that were used to come to the other channel that aren't coming to this, I don't care. You're going to get deleted. You're going to be deleted anyways. You're fucking irrelevant. This show goes on with or without you. I can't stress this enough. Discord, I could delete Discord right now. It wouldn't matter. All right? How many people we retain? How many people are we going to retain? I don't know. None? I'll be happy if it was none. Come check me out in a year after I've done 365 days of this show and I win my bet. Then come talk to me about subscribers and views and likes and all this other garbage that's irrelevant. Talk to me about that after a year, right? Because right now I'm just doing it just to do it, and I don't think people understand this. Oh, I forgot to record the first 20 minutes of this shit bullshit. There we go. Record. Anyway, yeah, I just don't think people understand. I think people are really like, oh, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know. I think people are expecting me to be more concerned about the state of the other channel. Not really, you know, not really. Look, we've already surpassed my expectations for the channel. We far surpassed any expectation I ever had when I made a bet against myself. And I'm not going to lose the bet. I'm a highly, hyper competitive individual. I don't look like I am, but if you ever see me do anything that requires competition, I get hyper competitive. I want to beat everyone. I want to beat you. I want to beat you so bad that you never come back. That's how I want to win. And I'm not willing to lose this bet. I'm going to do this show every single day without Susan's permission. Okay? I don't need Susan's blessing to do my show. Thank you very much, Susan. I'll take the 1 week vacation. I'll hop on another channel. I'll do it there. I think the show goes on, people. The show goes on. Whether there's 2,000 people or 2 people or no people or all the people or robot people, it doesn't matter to me. The show goes on. The show must go on. I don't like how that's so long there. I think it's people expect more of the same. You know, if you're gonna start a show or a channel on the internet, you want that to grow. Okay, yeah. But that's not why I'm doing it. And you have to kind of understand my brain to understand why I'm doing it. I made a bet with myself 4 months ago, 5 months ago, last summer. I made a bet with myself, and I'm gonna win the bet, and that's it. Has nothing to do with subscribers. It has nothing to do with monetization. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. I made a bet. I'm going to win that bet. Bottom line. Yeah. Christy. I am well aware of the differences between my show and everyone else's show. It's the only show that's not going to be allowed. I mean, there's plenty of shows that are probably not allowed, but yeah. It's so different that they're not going to let it exist anymore. That's how different it is. It was so different that they banned it off their fucking platform. That's how different it was. You know, for all the woke talk about being, having your differences celebrated, being whatever you want to be. For all that talk, man, they certainly don't want me to be different. I didn't even say that. Look, I'm with it all. I'm hip to the game. I'm not a man. I'm not a woman. I'm a vibe god. I'm playing ball. I don't understand why you guys are you're discriminating. There's a lot of isms. I feel a lot of isms going on over there at YouTube's. And I just don't understand. They should be celebrating me. Right? I'm as non-binary as it get. I mean, I'm not even claiming to be a human. My claim is that I'm a deity. That's about as otherkin as you can get. So I don't understand why I'm not being celebrated. Susan. Susan trying to hold me down. It's bullshit, man. I'm as non-binary as it gets. I'm a vibe god. Oh, apparently, I don't know how we can even say this. So this is what I heard. I've heard this now a couple times. Apparently, the old tubes have ramped up their algorithm because of, guess what day it is today? You guessed it. Can I even say that? Are you even allowed to say the date anymore? Man, I don't know what I'll get banned for. But today is the, how should we say this? Let's be delicate about how we say this. So today marks the anniversary of, let me think about how they'd want me to say it. How would they want me to phrase this? Today marks the anniversary of one of the worst incidences of domestic terrorism. I can't even say it. I can't even get through it with a straight face. Oh, God. So today is the anniversary, marks the date of one of the worst instances of domestic terrorism in the United States. Insurrection. An insurrection on the Capitol. And I, for one, am disappointed and just completely dumbfounded by the lack of respect for the administration and for democracy. It was a real black eye in the name of democracy a year ago on this date, and I think we should all just take a moment. Honestly, no, hey, you guys think I'm joking. No, there's no jokes, okay? No cap. All right? We need to take a moment. We're going to have a moment of silence to remember those who committed atrocities on our nation a year ago. Bro, I'm gonna get banned just for saying this, and I'm saying what they want me to say. I don't like. It's like you're not allowed speech anymore. You're not allowed speech. There's another thing you're not allowed to say. Here's a real good way to get yourself banned. Okay, put these words together: mass. I can't remember the second word now. I forgot it. Shit. Oh, I think it's mass. And then we're going to wait a few seconds. Formation. Then we're going to wait a few seconds. Psychosis. We're playing with fire now, boys and girls. Yeah, so you're not allowed to say those words. If you put those three words together in too close, ban forever, because I just can't understand why these non-psychologists over at the tubes think that they're in any position to tell actual clinical physicians who have done their entire field is dedicated to this one topic, and they're not allowed to talk about it because a bunch of Kool-Aid hairs over at the tubes trying to figure out what bathroom to use. They feel like, no, not allowed. And then we don't know what rules apply on the Twitch. I mean, for the one or two tweakers that are watching right now on Twitch, thanks. But I don't even know how long we're going to last on that one. But as far as YouTube's, you're not allowed to say those three words. Apparently right now, their algorithm is looking for those three words in conjunction with each other. Also, January 6th was horrible. It was an absolute black eye on democracy. I think the Don should go to jail. I hate his guts. He's orange and he's mean and he's racist. And the people who voted for him are orange and mean and racist. Also, you know what? If I say the right things, maybe we'll get a boost. Maybe that's how this whole thing works. If you say all the things that they want you to say, maybe you get a boost. Okay, let's start with AOC. AOC, you're so smart. You're so smart. You're not just a pretty face. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Pelosi? Pelosi made all her money legally. 100%. 100%. There's no funny business. Pelosi, she made all that money. Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. Also, all hail Greta. Great rock. Great rock on her, yeah. Great rock. A little story about AOC, just quickly. So, AOC, I think, is New York. Is she in New York? I don't know where she's from. Anyways, I think they made a bunch of rules. They've completely locked down New York, right? New York is on 100% lockdown, complete dystopia. All right. Well, turns out that AOC doesn't really spend much time in New York. Turns out that she spends all her time in Florida. Or a lot of it. In the place where she says they're all going to die. DeSantis, what an idiot. He's going to kill everybody. It's so unsafe. Oh my God, Florida. Right? Well, turns out not so dangerous for AOC to spend all her time down there with her boyfriend. So they take pictures of her. You know what she turns around and says? Doesn't take responsibility, doesn't try to come up with something clever like, but I'm safe because I'm back. No, nothing clever. What she says is, oh, these people want to sleep with me. That's what the issue is. All these people that are taking pictures of me and saying how I'm a hypocrite, like a complete fucking hypocrite. They're all really just obsessed with me. And they all want me. This is what she said. This is what she said. She might be pretty, and she might have a set of tatas on her, but boy, is she dumb. She's so dumb. So dumb. You wonder how these people call themselves leaders. She's the best. She's the best. Street surgery. Oh, it shows me that you're from Twitch. Oh, I get it now. So the messages have the little Twitch icon. All right, street surgery. Thank you for hanging out. We're on Twitch because we got a 1-week vacation from YouTube. We got a bit of a ban. Just a small ban for saying we had too much fun. We had too much fun on YouTube and they gave us the old boot. So 2 days ago, I started a Twitch account. So thank you for joining me. Street Surgery 109. What did she do wrong? Absolutely nothing. That's the point I'm trying to make. She didn't do anything wrong. She did nothing wrong. She went to Florida. Florida's great. I like Florida, right? She hung out with her boyfriend. Boyfriends are great. I like boyfriends. The part that's disappointing is the fact that she shit on the place that she decided to go and vacay at. You know what I mean? So it's like you're telling people that everyone's going to die because of Florida, and in the same breath, you're going down to Florida to hang out. It just, anyways, she didn't do anything wrong. She did nothing wrong. She's great. I love her. I love you. Hey, OC. I can't really speak on all that. I don't know what she's done wrong. I know that her stance on Israel was a little bit fucked, right? Her ideas behind the Iron Dome, trying to remove the funding, that's kind of mental, right? But as far as everything else, I really don't know. I don't pay attention. I really don't. She looks like a pretty face. She says some stuff. That's most politicians, right? Look, I'll tell you this. I'd be her friend. I'm putting it out there right now. I would be her friend. And I'd be a good friend to her, too. You know, I'd be the type of friend that tell her, I'd keep it 100. When she's fucking up, I'd tell her when she's fucking up. That's the kind of friend that she needs. I think this is the problem. I think fundamentally this is the issue, is that these people, I don't want to say that like these people, but certain people surround themselves with individuals who will do nothing but prop them up. And what happens is, very slowly but surely, your existence starts to get wiped away. Reality, objective truth, gets eroded because you have nothing but people propping you up and supporting you and telling you how good everything you do is. And you get a distorted perception of reality when you're surrounded by people that love you. You need someone in your life to go, hey, that's not right. And I don't think she has people like that around her. I don't know. I can't speak for her, but it seems like a lot of people like AOC don't have anyone around them that say, hey, you're fucking up here. You know, I think that's the problem with politicians. Politicians surround themselves with people that are going to tell them that they're doing great. I think everyone needs someone in their life to tell them when they're not doing so great. Oh, I hate that there's fucking commercials. Kilowatt, what's going on, my brother? Kilowatt. Yep.
En un PH en el poblado me la comía. De ella me quedé enchulado, yo no sabía. Hicimos cosas que en verdad desconocía. Esa noche no la olvidé. Le compré unos panty moquinos pa' que modele. Un perfume, ay, qué rico huele. Ese culito es mío, ya yo tengo los papeles. Encerrado en un pecho en el poblado. Le compré unos panty moquinos pa' que modeles. Y un perfume bon, ay, qué rico huele. Ese culito es mío, ya yo tengo los papeles. Encerrado en un pecho en el poblado. Te busca el altero el pH. Te quiero en 4 pa' que grites oh shit. Se me cayó el lápiz, baby, quiero que te agache. Si le jalo el pelo, no importa si estoy muy guache.
Just got home, killer. Did anybody find out where that rocket landed? Yeah, it says here, late Wednesday evening UK time, hurtling into the atmosphere over the South Pacific. According to the data from the Space Force, which tracked the debris shared online by satellite tracker Jonathan McDowell from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics. Data shows that the rocket made its entry east of French Polynesia into an empty patch of sea. While the debris of re-entry could have spread much further, the surrounding area does not contain land, and little material is expected to have survived the descent anyway. You know, I was telling my wife yesterday, I was like, you don't realize how vast the ocean is until you look at probabilities for an asteroid or a meteor or some chunk of space metal to actually hit land when it re-enters. Like, the odds of an asteroid or a meteor hitting land as opposed to hitting water, it's not even close. Like, it's so skewed, it's so biased in one way. There's so much more water on this planet than there is land that, like, you're almost like, it's almost a given that something re-entering the atmosphere or entering the atmosphere is going to hit the water. And then you look at, like, previous comet or asteroid impacts. All of them hit the water. You know, the asteroid that hit off of the Yucatan Peninsula, I think that was the one that killed off the dinosaurs. That hit the ocean. The one that we think ended the last ice age up in Greenland, the Greenland impact, that one hit water, I think, or glacier. Anyways, it's kind of nuts. Like, objects can come in at the Earth in any direction and almost always hit water. That's how much water there is. It's fucked. There's so much. So much. Kilowatt says, just spent the last 2 hours with a crew member digging mud around the excavator. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to announce the last day before we get the other count back, right? The last day before Susan lets us come back from vacation, I'm going to announce 2 special shows on that day. And I'm going to record, I'm going to write down every single person who attended, and everyone who didn't gets cut. That's what I think I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
Results, make a great impression, and save time at work.
Shut your mouth. I'm going to start cutting people. I'm going to start cutting people left and right and center. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Puede que me pidan fotos cuando entramos al mall, aunque me juzguen tus amigas no tienen razón. No me conocen, bebé, no saben nada de mí. Juran mi nombre, nada más que dejen de mentir. Más de una de ellas me llamó para el faranduleo. Dejó en espera su mensaje, ninguno lo leo. Contale que te comí toda escuchando Romeo y que llamaron a la poli porque tenían miedo. Puede que te rompa el toto, nunca el corazón. Aunque me juzguen tus amigas no tienen razón. No me conocen, bebé, no saben nada de mí. Juran mi nombre, nada más que dejen de mentir. Más de una de ellas me llamó para el faranduleo. Dejó en espera su mensaje, ninguno lo leo. Contale que te comí toda escuchando Romeo y que llamaron a la poli porque tenían miedo. Vamos, solo como quieras, esa nena mala. No es para cualquiera, tu amigo más. Toditas me tiran, de mí te hablan mal, pero eso es mentira. Si ven a mi cama ahora, vamos a darle nada. No pares, Yori. Sigue moviendo que me encanta tu body. Dale hasta abajo hasta que explote ese yogi. Que tú eres santa y yo de lejos ya lo vi. Puede que te rompa el toto, nunca el corazón. Aunque me juzguen tus amigas, no tienen razón. No me conocen, bebé, no saben nada de mí. Jura mi nombre, nada más que dejen de mentir. Cuando una de ellas me llamó para el faranduleo. Dijo en espera su mensaje y ninguno lo leo. Contale que te comí todo escuchando Romeo. Y que llamaron a la poli porque tienen miedo. Que tu cara está mojada y no por lágrimas. Yo sé que estás loco más y cuando te arrimas. Y a la vez que te como y que te veo. Otros me llaman para el faranduleo. Mi corazón es tuyo, al igual que la calle. Si alguien te destruyo, te juro. El dinero del curro, con vos voy a gastarme. Tu que se calla, te juro. De mí espera lo que nadie le da. Es del barrio como una chilera. Anoche vi que ella subió una foto. Tenía mi remera y una visera. De mí espera lo que nadie le da. Es del barrio como una chilera. Anoche vi que ella subió una foto. Tenía mi remera y una visera. Yo estoy con mi baby escuchando Romeo. Tu amiga vienen con cuentos pero yo ya no lo leo. Están celosas porque a todas las picheo. Solo contigo ready para el peliculeo. No pare más, baby. Voy por ti, esa jo no comprende. De todo el justo, todo el que me enciende. Tira luz y que yo voy a comerte. Puede que te rompa el toto, nunca el corazón. Aunque me juzguen tus amigas, no tienen razón. No me conocen, bebé, no saben nada de mí. Una mi nombre, nada más que dejen de mentir. Más de una de ellas me llamó para el faranduleo. Bueno, espera su mensaje, ninguno lo leo. Contale que te comí todo escuchando Romeo. Y que llamaron a la poli porque tenía miedo.
You like my Saint Greta NFT? I like it too. My Saint Greta NFT is pretty sick. Yeah, the thing is I'm running out of space now because now this area, actually, here's the truth. Let me turn this down. I can barely hear myself think. This originally, I actually got a friend of mine who lives in Portugal. He's a tattoo artist. I think I've showed you his shit. Anyways, I talked to him and I said, I want you to make me, I want you to paint me a painting for right here. And he was working on something for another client, so he said that he could start it in the new year. I talked to him last year. And so I told him to like watch the show, and then we were talking about a bunch of stuff for inspiration. I kind of said like, you know, I want him to do his shit because he's brilliant. But I was like, you know, if you watch the show, you're going to come up with some inspiration. So he said, okay, I'll do that. And then he was going to let me know when he finished the other piece for the other girl. So that piece was going to go right here. But now I'm going to have to figure something out because right here is going to be my whiteboard. I'm going to put up I ordered a whiteboard for right there. So that's going to take up that whole section of wall. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to have to wait until I got another, like a bigger podcast studio or something. Whatever. Anyways, he's gonna make me something sick. But I almost feel like I want him to either wait or hold on until I go to Portugal, and then I'll just put it in my house in Portugal. So I almost feel like I want him to wait. Because then he doesn't have to ship it, right? I can just go grab it off him and then put it up in my house in Portugal. So I'm definitely going to make like some sort of a podcast studio there. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm pumped for him to do it. I'm pumped. He's such a sick artist. He's got crazy, like his imagination is just, it's pretty dope. And he's got like all these different, like he really loves Japanese art. So he kind of like pulls from that. And then he really likes Alex, what's that guy? Alex Gray? The psychoactive you know, kind of DMT art. Alex Gray. He really likes that. Like, he's got all these different genres that he pulls from. So, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. But I don't know if I want it, because I don't even know where, like, I don't know. I was thinking if I, like, make, like, another like a real podcast studio, like actual, like, if I lease, like, a big space. Well, this is my thing. I was like, I'm building a simulator for golf so that I can teach lessons indoors, so that it opens up my year, that I can teach more lessons throughout the year. But if I'm going to lease a space, maybe I make it a golf academy, you know, like a golf simulator / man cave / podcast studio. And then I'd have more room to put up, like, stuff. Like, I want to put up a Masters flag. Like, I want flags from golf courses, you know, Spyglass, Pebble Beach, local clubs. Like, I want the flags. So that was one of the things I was thinking about. Like, if I move everything into a studio and do, I can pay for the space just by teaching lessons, which I'm going to have to pay for all the equipment anyway. It's going to be like 30 grand. So I thought maybe I use the space for not just teaching lessons, but also for podcasting. And I can do all kinds of different shit. Yeah, like Rogan has like pools, tables, gym equipment, you know, mats. He's got all that stuff. Yeah, similar. I'd have my shit, right? He's got his archery stuff. I'd have my golf shit. Yeah, similar. Except not as cool. Similar, same, but different, you know? Same, but different. Not quite Rogan status yet. But then now I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm just going to need artwork for the house in Portugal. And then maybe it's a better idea to get my friend to just paint something for me for the house in Portugal. Because maybe it'll be better if... I don't know. I'm trying to think. Why isn't that thing changed? Like, what's going on here? Chat box. Font settings. Text color. Let's go pink. There we go. That should be it. Yeah, the early ones. The first one with Red Band, right? Where they had... this is really cool. Actually, this meant a lot to me. I don't know why it meant a lot to me, but it did. Just recently, Christmas, or was it New Year's Day, Red Band was on the 12-year anniversary podcast. And they did something really cool, which is they paid homage to the original number one or the first episode by having the snowflakes fall down. Like, Jamie put the snowflakes, which was something funny because if you go back and watch the very first episode of the Rogan Experience, for whatever reason, they've got these digital snowflakes falling, and it's hilarious that they did that for the anniversary episode. But man, 12 years. 12 years, my guys. 12 years. It's incredible, right? Okay, this is too big. That's just too big. So yeah, could you imagine what we could do in 12 years? I mean, we've been doing this for 4 months, for God's sakes. 4 months, and we've already been kicked off of a platform. How long did it take for... I mean, Rogan came up in the Wonder Years. That's the thing about it, is that Rogan came up during a time when you could do and say anything. It wasn't until years later that they started to have, you know, issues with stuff because of advertisement dollars. The advertisement thing changed the ad revenue changed everything. The whole landscape of YouTube shifted because it became the company became beholden to the ad revenue, and the big ones like Walmart, you know, Nike, the big Apple, right? Google. I mean, they became beholden to them, and they did everything to keep that ad revenue coming in, which I understand. It's a business at the end of the day. But yeah. But whatever. Really quickly, I just wanted to thank the one person over at Twitch, Street Surgery 109. Thank you for hanging out, my guy. I don't know what to do with Twitch right now. I have no idea. Yeah, his first product that he did was the fleshlight, which is hilarious. Oh, that's a crazy one. Including people from history? That's too tough. You got to do it separate. So it's got to be currently alive, like able to be on the podcast, and then separate from that would be who out of history, who would you want? That's got to be a separate question, right? I would say the homeless guy. He'd be actually a pretty good guest, I imagine. I would ask him, like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish with that laser? Like, why do you shine it into people's apartments? Currently alive, Putin. I'd want to interview Putin because I think he would be fun. Me and Vladimir would get down for sure. I think me and Vladimir would have a good time. And then people from history. Maybe like Tutankhamun or Khufu or Cleopatra. You know, someone from ancient Egypt, just to like be like, hey, like what the hell is going on over there right now? I think that would be pretty cool. Talk to a pharaoh and just kind of get an idea of like what do they think? You know, what do they believe? What is your culture like? You know, what are your customs like? No, but you can talk philosophy with anyone, though. Like, you can talk philosophy. People can be philosophical now. What you want is, like, real historical facts. Like, I don't want to talk to Aristotle or Plato and just let them... just listen to them theorize and, you know... theorize about the world. I mean, I could do that anytime. But if you listen, like go back to someone who is in power, like a pharaoh, and be like, what is going on right now? basically philosophy is people bullshitting, and I can listen to people bullshit anytime I want. But what you can't do is like actually be like, hey, like how did you build those things, or did you build them? That was you go back and talk to one of the pharaohs and be like, listen, man, something's not adding up here. There's water erosion around the Sphinx. Come on, man. Like, did you really build that shit, or was it somebody else? And then Tutankhamun will be like, well, you know, I mean, we had to say that it was us because we had a whole bunch of people to lead, but like, did you didn't really build that shit, did you? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, oh, yeah. Leonardo da Vinci would be sick. Yeah.
Maxine thinks we still use too many plastics. John's obsessed with ginger ale flavored sparkling.
Leonardo da Vinci would be badass. That one would be cool. That one would be cool. Yeah, Da Vinci would be awesome because just to try to get an idea of that guy's mind. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Or like, what if you had an opportunity to sit down with Stalin before he committed the atrocities he committed? Like, what if you had an opportunity to sit down with Lenin or Mao or Pol Pot? You know, some of the nastiest, most vicious, murderous people in human history. What if you had an opportunity to sit down and see if you could sway them? See if you could nudge them off their current course. Knowing what you know is going to happen, I wonder if you could get a hold of like a young Stalin and just try to nudge him off course a little bit. You know? Actually, they think that this mass formation, you know what I'm trying to say, is responsible for most of those things that happen. Like the Soviet Revolution, the Great Leap Forward in Maoist China, the Holocaust, the killing fields of Cambodia. Most people believe that it's some sort of mass formation. I'm not going to say the third word for the algorithm, but that is responsible. And this goes back to our ape brains, something pre-wired, something similar that happened during 9/11. You know, it's almost like being under a hypnosis. That's why you get people. It's why people went along with Hitler, right? It's almost like they were hypnotized. It's this thing called, well, I've said it enough times. It's interesting, though. Well, it's like a period of uncertainty followed by a period of intense focus. And that's what's current or similar in all these different instances. Right? You have a period of uncertainty, which might have been the 4 years under Trump. People didn't know what was going on. People felt like it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. And then we have this point of intense focus. COVID. Right at the end. And this series of events tends to cause something called mass formation. We'll just wait a few seconds. Psychosis. And they think that that's what happened in East Germany in the 1930s. They think that that's what happened in the Soviet Union under Stalin. And they believe that that's sort of what happened during 9/11, why so many people went along with everything that happened in the years following 9/11. Similar to JFK, you know, the sequence of events that occurred after JFK's assassination, very similar. Maoist China, Pol Pot, you know, all these instances of communism, socialism. You wonder why sophisticated people could go along with something that's so obviously detrimental. Well, it's because they had a period of uncertainty followed by a period of heightened focus. And it's almost like hypnotism in a way. Northwoods was on Twitch, tweaking it out on Twitch. I kind of like Twitch, honestly. I've been spending a lot of time watching tweakers. Oh, genocide is coming for sure. I didn't open my Discord because the internet was a gong show this morning. So I haven't opened Discord yet. But I could imagine 10 stages to genocide. We're probably at number 8. I'm assuming 7, 8, or 4 or 5. Yeah, well, halfway there, you know. That Olesia girl, she was saying how she lives in Russia. She wants to move to St. Petersburg. I'm not sure where she is now. I don't know if she's in Moscow or maybe on like outside, not one of the major cities in Russia. But she was saying how difficult, because she was saying how her dream, or not her dream, but what she really wants to do is lay on the beach. She wants to be somewhere warm where she can lay on the beach and wake up to the beach, right? And she was saying how difficult it is to leave Russia. How hard it is to leave Russia, which is very scary. Very, very scary. It's not so much that the Russian government won't let you leave, it's that nobody will take you if you're Russian. You know, there's this like stigma of Russians back from the Cold War that still is relevant. And a lot of countries won't accept Russians. It won't give them green cards, won't give them anything. It depends where you are in Australia. It depends whether you're in Melbourne or Sydney or Victoria or Queensland. Like those are like provinces, right? And depending on what province you live in Australia, they've got some horror show governments right now. Absolute horror show. Listen, if I'm immigration and I see Olesia signing up to become a Canadian citizen, that girl's getting her citizenship, okay? I don't care if she can sing the anthem. I don't care if she can recognize our flag or not. She gets, under Vibe God rule, she gets citizenship wherever she wants. She can go anywhere. We would love to have Olesia as a Canadian. Be thrilled. Yeah, Australia has concentration camps. That's what happens when they take away your guns. You know? When they take away your guns, they come back 30 years later and they start pulling people out of their homes and ripping them away from their families. Because why? What are you going to do about it? If that was an armed populace, you think they'd be showing up like that? Good luck. Good luck. There'd be dead cops. There'd be dead cops, and there would be a bunch of people around the world saying, good riddance. They got what they asked for. But they can't defend themselves because they're not armed. The government took care of that back in the 90s. So next time your government wants to take your guns away, just remember what happened in Australia. Australia should be a beacon to the world of what not to let happen to you. If they come and try to take your guns, you tell them that they can take your guns one bullet at a time. That goes back to the CIA in the 1950s and 60s. This idea of it's crazy that we don't make peace with these countries. It's why no one will dare put boots on the ground in the United States. No country would dare put boots on the ground in the United States. A land invasion of the U.S. would be suicide. Not because of the Army, not because of the Marine Corps, not because of the Navy, not because of the Air Force. No. Because of an armed populace. You can't just march a bunch of foreign troops into a country full of armed citizens. It makes entering any neighborhood a complete nightmare. Anyone could pop you from any direction. Every corner is potentially death. It's vulnerable. It's super vulnerable. You can't just walk into an armed country. It's why they left Switzerland alone. You remember back in World War I, World War II? Go look at a map of the countries that were involved in World War II. Go look at what Switzerland was doing during that time. Nothing. No one even decided to enter Switzerland. They left it completely. They went around Switzerland. The Germans, the Russians, the French, the English, they went around Switzerland. Why? Because every citizen in Switzerland, every Swiss citizen has 2 guns issued to them by the government. Yeah. Behind every blade of grass is a gun. And behind every gun is an American willing to fucking use it. So good luck with that. You got to fight the United States the way they're fighting them now. Socially, economically. That's the way you fight a war against the United States. You can't do it with arms. You'll lose that every time. You got to corrupt it from the inside. Christian, you live in California. How do you not own guns? There you have it. All the explanation you need right here. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And the cycle continues. Well, I mean, let's be very specific about what we're saying here. Don't just run out and get guns just to get guns because you think you need them. Like, go figure out how to use them responsibly, how to care for and treat them, then go get yourself some guns. You know, like all these liberals that are just running out and getting themselves guns because the people that they elected are fucking up their cities. Yeah, well, you know, there's going to be a lot of dead people from, you know, misfiring firearms. Because firearms are so dangerous, right? Guns are so dangerous. Never mind the useless fucking people who try to use them. So let's be very specific about what we mean here. No, don't just run out and buy guns because you don't have any. Go out and learn how to use them. Go be responsible first. Then buy a gun. Go take a course, you know? Go learn how to shoot. Go learn how to properly store a firearm. Go learn how to properly clean and maintain a firearm. We don't need more bitch-ass men owning guns, okay? That's what we don't need. More bitch-ass liberals owning firearms, not the answer. Also, if you're not willing to put in the time and energy to make yourself a proficient and responsible gun owner, don't do it. Just avoid it, because all you're going to do is either hurt yourself or someone close to you. So if you're not willing to spend the time, the money, and energy to be a responsible gun owner, just avoid the whole fucking thing. Okay? Move into a neighborhood with responsible gun owners, and maybe they'll protect you if you're nice. They've been stripping away our right to own firearms in Canada too. Oh geez, what happened there? They've been stripping away our right to defend ourselves in Canada too. In California, you got Terran Tactical, which is the absolute pinnacle for gun shooting, you know, everything. Like, they're the best. They're the best. So you can go to Terran Tactical. I'm imagining that they're probably super busy because they do, like, I mean, they taught Keanu Reeves how to be John Wick, right? But Terran Tactical is the absolute best for teaching you gun responsibility, gun safety, how to properly shoot a firearm, like everything. I think, you know, honestly, there's something about being raised around guns. I think it's very crucial. Young kids like myself that were brought up around guns, like I was, you know, my dad took me hunting very young age. He had a gun in my hand at a very young age. There's something about being raised around guns that goes a long ways. I think, you know, honestly, when you're a young kid and you hear a big rifle go off, there's something like kind of life-changing about that. You know, like it's like this realization that you you're around something immensely powerful and deadly. When you hear a big rifle go off, you know, especially if you're a young kid and you shoot a big rifle, like a big caliber, like a 30-06 or something, the feeling that you get when you pull the trigger and that thing explodes, you know, it's like the whole world shakes for a second when you're a kid. And you realize in an instant just how much power there is behind that thing. And the amount of power that you are responsible for when you're the one squeezing the trigger. And I think it's different than when if you grow up and you're never really around guns, and then when you're in your 20s or 30s, you decide to buy a gun or take a course or go to a range or whatever. It's very different than when you're a kid being brought up around guns, because as a child, you fear. Like, you got a sense of fear. It's like, you know, it's almost like a reverence, but like a real fear of guns, you know, like it's powerful. It shakes you. And then if you're a young kid and you watch something die on the end of that gun. I was 10 years old when I shot my first deer. When you pull the trigger and you watch something bigger than you drop, and then you realize that you've killed that thing, it forever changes your perspective on life and your experience. And I think it does something to you as a person, especially as a young kid. You know, it just, you never look at guns the way someone as an adult looks at them. You just have this real respect. Hopefully, if you were raised right, you know, hopefully if your father taught you, you know, you grow up just being, you just grow up with this understanding that that's super serious. That when you're dealing with guns, when you're dealing with firearms, it's really serious. And you, like, as a kid, it's playtime until it isn't. And you know when it's time to be serious. And you know, and every time I had a gun in my hands, every time my dad put a gun in my hands, it was a time to be very serious. And you know, it wasn't a time for horsing around. And I'll never forget that. And that has been instilled into me till today. I treat guns the same way, as if they're absolutely deadly. And, you know, I treat every gun exactly the same. Loaded, unloaded, toy, fucking water gun. I don't care. I treat them as if though whatever is standing in front of it will die if that thing goes off. And it's something, I guess it's you know, it's just kind of been a part of me since I was a little kid. You know, I love this music. It's my people's music, but boy, does it sound the same, a lot of it. Am I allowed to say that? I'm allowed to say that, right? Reggaeton. Reggaeton. Sounds very similar. What is this now? Oh! We're just waiting for Antifa to show up. Don't worry, Valerie. You'll be fine. We're just waiting for Antifa to show up. I like this girl, though. Honestly, all I really want to do is go watch people on Twitch. It's really fun. I wonder, what's the time in Russia right now? What time is it in Russia? Let's look. Right now, it's 8:43 p.m. in Russia. So they're like a solid 10 hours ahead of us. Don't worry, Christian. Just throw your frisbee at them. Just fucking whip your frisbees at them. You've got a bunch of them, right? Just keep throwing frisbees at them. Eventually, you'll get them. Right? No, well, Antifa is not real until a bunch of them end up dead in the street. Then they're real, right? The left will tell you that Antifa is just a figment of your imagination, right? Just like gender. Until 3 of them end up dead in Minneapolis, and then all of a sudden they're real, right? Fuck out of here. Did you know that there's this whole thing on Twitch called hot tubs and pools? There's this pools, hot tubs, and beaches. It's an entire category on Twitch. And I'm just super happy about... This is very strange. Very strange. I really enjoy it, though. A lot of chill vibes. A lot of girls on Twitch. I mean, there's yoga. All right, let's look at some yoga. Like, so YouTube, I guess I don't know how about viewers, though. I wonder about viewers. So, like, YouTube is male dominant as far as viewers goes. I would say probably 80-20, maybe 90-10 on YouTube. It's mostly males. But then you go on Twitch. Now, as far as, like, the video gamers, they're mostly boys. But on this, like, just chatting part of the network, it's all girls. Like, very few guys. So maybe I can sort of tap into something there. Although, I don't understand why guys would want to watch a guy. Like, that makes no sense to me at all. You think I'm going to spend my time watching some dude on the internet? I mean, I have no idea. I don't, you know? I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, I'm assuming that guys like to watch guys say stuff. And then guys like to watch girls do stuff? Is that how it works? Do you like me for my brain? Is that what it is? Do you love me for my brain? And not the tatas? Look, the tatas are gone. They're gone. No more tatas. I'm wearing a pretty pretty fitted shirt here, and the tatas, they're gone. I mean, when they say black don't crack, they're right, aren't they? Look at this. Look how less frumpy I look with an actual fitted shirt on. Interesting, right? Maybe I should get someone to dress me. I was thinking though, it might be all very, I think Twitch is very superficial. Is the am I allowed to say this on Twitch? The feeling I get is that Twitch is far more superficial than YouTube. So YouTube, people come in for like actual content, like whatever it is, you know, Mr. Beast, name more YouTubers. I don't pay attention. What are other YouTubers called? The Logans, the Paul brothers, right? YouTubers. Okay. Who else? Patrick, I don't know anybody. It's more content orientated, whereas Twitch is more tatas orientated, if you know what I mean. So I think Twitch is going to be more superficial, more surface level. So I think I might need to wear some tighter clothes to do the Twitch streams. Right? I think if I'm going to get anyone interested, I better come in with fucking skin tight shirts on like this. You see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm doing here? Look how good this looks, guys. Look, I'm going to have so many fucking tweakers. All the tweakers are going to come in because I'm wearing tight ass fucking black t-shirts now. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Uh-oh. Dorothy? Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. Right? Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. No. Doesn't matter where you are. Leftism is going to ruin it all. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. We need to fight. We need to fight. Fight for the right to party. I mean, if I had big tits, I would have so many followers. Big old tatas. I watched some Squid Games too. I mean, it's all girls. I'm like the only dude on just chatting. I'm not even kidding. I might be the only guy on just chatting. I mean, the only guy worth watching. I'm not even a guy. I'm a vibe god. We were talking about this earlier. But it's all girls. Oh, look at this one. Woohoo! Look at this. She's doing squats or something. Amazing. Fitness. Oh, I like it. Yeah, this girl that I was watching yesterday was talking about selling farts. And I was like, wow, I definitely wouldn't pay for that. I wouldn't do it. No, Valerie, you're misunderstood. That's what everybody wants now. Everyone's moving that in that direction. Trust me. Your puppies would be just fine on the old Twitch. I bet it. I'll bet money. Also, these girls just know how to, like, let me show you what I mean. I mean, they just know how to sit. Like, do you get lessons on how to sit when you're on Twitch? Can I show you what I mean? Well, let me show you what. Hold on. So we got this kind of thing going on here. Pools, hot tubs, and whatever. Just chatting, right? This is where I'm at. Look at this. It's all women. All women. Women. Oh, one gay guy, but mostly women, okay? Now, who do we want to watch? Who should we, like, look at the size of these tits, too. I mean, you can understand. It's kind of like when you go to Cactus Club for dinner, and you kind of look around, and all the waitresses look very similar, is how I feel about Twitch. They all look very similar. Who was I just watching? She was in a pose. I don't know. Who was I watching? Oh, there's this one. She looks Russian. Oh, she's done. Go get out. Get out. Get out. La 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 la. It's all women. I am the only actual dude on here. I'm the only vibe god for sure. Oh, here's the one. See, like, they just know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, they really understand. They understand. They kind of get it. Whoa, that's loud. Not enough. Just huge. Anyways, I've picked up a few tips and tricks. From these tweakers. The tweaker girls. Tweaker army. I've got some new ideas for the show because of the tweaker army. I'm a big fan. Where's Alesia, though? I'm only here for Alesia. I don't give a flying F. All these other girls can take a giant L. I'm only here for Alesia. Where is she? How do I subscribe? How do I subscribe to people? She's worth a follow. I watched a couple Squid Games. They're nuts, man. Squid Games are nuts. It's a lot of this, though. A lot of that going on. You know? There's just a lot of that going on. A lot of that. So here's oh well, you know, we're gonna have a whole thing, right? With the board, I'm gonna do squats. We're gonna have a squat counter. Actually, we should get a squat counter going right now. Fuck it, right? Can I add a squat counter? Tip ticker. How do I do it? She's actually kind of cute, this one. Hey, she's actually kind of cute. What do I do here for a squat counter? How do I make that happen? Tip ticker, event list, follower goal, donation goal, the jar, stream boss. How do they do that? I don't know. I got to figure that out. Let's not do it right now, I guess. Yeah. Fuck. I can't even play golf without my shirt on. They won't let me. It's like the one rule that you actually have to abide by in golf is you got to wear a shirt. You know, you can't even wear a fucking cutoff shirt. You know, it's got to be a proper shirt with sleeves. You know, some places you need to have a collar on that bad boy, so you can't even show off the neck. You know, can't even show off that. So yeah, good luck on that one. Good luck on that one. I'll just keep showing off. I'll just keep doing this. Right? I'll just do this a lot. Right? Look at that. Look at that fucking flat. Like a fucking rock hard. Like concrete. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking concrete right there. Right? You ladies like that or what? Do you ladies like that or what? Huh? Should we push them together? Like this one. Look it. I can do it too. Watch. See, I can. Should I just do that? Can I just do that? If I do that, how does this work? Let me see. I need more inspiration. I need some more inspiration. Hold on. I need some more inspiration. This would look like some good inspiration right here. Give me some inspiration. Oh, there's some inspiration. So I just kind of gotta go like that, right? And then rub myself a little bit, right? I just rub myself a little bit and then squeeze them together. Should I go? What if I do that? Can I do that? Watch. Look at that. Look at that. Look at. Fuck. Look at those. You never seen nothing like that before. You see that? You see that? I'm showing off my cleavage. No, you're allowed on Twitch. This is what, so, hold on. Let me shut the music off for a second. Do you have an issue with this, wife? I do. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I'm showing off the tatas. Cleavage. That's how they get famous. So look. I'm gonna cut the Wi-Fi. No, you can't. I'm just about to get famous. Look at. Do you like that? Why do I push them together? I push them together like this? I don't have any tits. I know. It's why I'm not famous. I'd be so famous right now if I had some giant tats. Anyways, she's not too happy about me showing off the cleavage, but fuck it. I gotta get famous somehow. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to get famous on the fucking Twitch. I am. What do you mean, what am I doing? It's so funny that she could care less that I'm watching these girls show off their tatas. She just doesn't want me to show off mine. Right? She's got, yeah, whatever, you know. To each their own. To each their own. But I think if I did that, you know, I gotta get these little ham hogs together more. I need to get them together more like that. See? Like, see? I could be huge. I could be huge on Twitch. Wow. Anyways. So much for that. Okay, who else do we have here? It's got to be someone good. I need a corset. There you go. I do. I need a corset. And then we have this part of the Twitch space. Pools, hot tubs, and beaches. Interesting. So these girls just basically sit in a blow-up tub. Isn't this dangerous? Like, you have all these electronics right next to the tub of water that you're sitting in. Like, isn't this super fucking dangerous? Isn't it? Like, this girl right here, how are you not worried that you're going to die of electrocution? Like, if that microphone falls into that tub of water, you're dead probably. Right? This is not safe. This is a major hazard. If I was the fire department, I'd be very concerned right now. I don't care what she's wearing. It's dangerous. This is fucking dangerous, man. Look at this girl. Should I do a hot tub? I bet you there's no guys in the hot tub. Like, how are you so sure that your computer's not just gonna fall in there, and then that'll be it? You're gonna get electrocuted to death on live stream. Has that ever happened? Do we know if that's ever happened? Has anybody ever been live streaming a hot tub party and then got electrocuted from their computer falling in with them? That's got to have happened. Like, I've seen at least, I don't know, at least a half a dozen real hazards, okay? Real safety violations with these girls and their little hot tub streams. Like, is no one else concerned for this girl's safety? Is it just me? I don't want to see this girl get electrocuted. Like, I would just... Oh, my God. Oh, they're so smart. They're so clever. They're so clever. Look at her. Look at how she uses that mirror. That mirror is perfectly placed. I mean, that's not an accident that there's a mirror there, folks. That's wisdom. Okay, this girl is wise, like Gandalf. She's wise, like Gandalf the Grey. Okay, she's a wizard. She put that mirror there to do some magic, and boy, is she doing some magic. And then there's a whiteboard. Now you understand where I got my idea for the whiteboard? Now you understand? People like this. Geniuses. Actual fucking geniuses. Super clever. Super clever. Like, you know how much easier my life would be if all I had to do was sit in a hot tub and drink Monster energy drinks and use a mirror? I mean, she knows what she's doing. She's a professional. She's a professional, okay? Oh, she's Quebecois? No, she is Quebecois. Ew. Hold on, we need to mute this. Ew. We do not like French Canadian girls. Usually. Usually we don't like French Canadian girls. Especially the ones from Quebec. From Montreal? Bet. Okay, fine. I'm willing to let the Montreal girls slide. But the ones that are from Quebec? Wait a second, is that the same thing? Wait a second, that's the same thing, right? Is Quebec in Montreal, or is Montreal in Quebec? Either way, fuck. Nope, I'm not interested. Get her off. I don't mean get her off, I mean get her off my screen. Get her off my, get her off my screen. You know which ones I really do like is these. Because they speak Spanish. They speak Spanish, look.
Yo no miro películas. Mis seguidores saben que yo no miro películas y la verdad que yo lo único que conozco es a Leonardo DiCaprio, pero me pareció muy obvio y dije, nada, voy a agarrar a la que menos june, boludo.
Pero es cultura general, es cultura
No, cultura general, mis bolas.
general. Lo siento, tengo que poner una X, chicos.
Ah, decía actriz.
Ay, decía actriz.
No, actor o actriz.
¿A qué me...? Así me gusta. A ver, alguien... Hablar en español. Así me gusta mucho. De repente yo voy a tener una show y yo voy a hablar en español. Todita. Todo el tiempo. Todo el tiempo. Si quieres ver una película con un niño que no puede hablar español por nada, ahí se va. Ahí se va. Conmigo ahí. Yo tengo una. Estamos ahí. Ahí, por ejemplo, en Twitch, y estoy hablando en español, pero yo no hablo español, pero yo estoy un poco, pero... How many... GSP is the GOAT, and he is definitely French-Canadian. GSP is the only exception for the rule of French-Canadians suck. Also, bikers. Listen, there are a lot of bikers in Montreal that are French-Canadian, and I love them. I have no problems at all with French-Canadian bikers. They're amazing. They're amazing, okay? Just want to get that out there. But I could do a show on Twitch in Spanish. Couldn't I? I think I could do it. And only half my audience will know what I'm saying. Yeah, we would trade all the Chinese for one George St. Pierre. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yo quiero hacer una show y voy a practicar mi español y voy a tener una... The Risotto family. Great people. Love them. I need to watch more of the Spanish stuff to get my Spanish going a little bit better. Once I get into a groove, then I can start speaking Spanish. Are you kidding me? Hey, I wonder if they'll kick me off for speaking and swearing and pinche puta madres and stuff on Twitch. Oye, dímame algo. Si puedo decir algo como pinche cabrón, ¿este está bueno? ¿Esta está buena? Yo puedo decir algo como coño, chingada ya, pero una puta mierda. Es el razón. Una razón. Yo tengo razón, ¿no? ¿Sí o no? Yo tengo razón. I wonder how many people we could convince on Twitch that this is a Spanish channel. Can I actually write on Twitch that I'm in a Spanish channel? Wouldn't it be absurd? Wouldn't it be absurd for people that are actually Spanish speaking to click on the channel that says Spanish and then watch me butcher their language for a fucking 2 hours? I don't mind. Hold on. Yo quiero escuchar un poco de reggaetón. Yo quiero escuchar un poco de mi música latino. Ahí está, güey. Qué rico fuera. Te falló. Ya falló. Ay, qué rico que suena. Ay, qué rico que venga. Ay, qué rico fuera. They played too many goddamn commercials on this shit. Anyways. Ya tenemos una... How do you say show? Una película? Una película, pero... Is that how you say show? Película is like episode, right? Or episodio. I don't know what I'm saying. ¿Qué es película? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Y cómo se dice show? Una show. Yo tengo una show, pero voy a tener este show en español. Y voy a hablar en todito, pero todito en español. Y yo no quiero escuchar nada, pero nada que yo no puedo entender. Y yo no hablo español. Y tú echando, that's not a real word. You were doing your show in English and now it's in Spanish and yo no puedo entender. No puedo entender. And I'll be like, ¿qué me quieres decir? ¿A qué me quieres? Me voy a dar una golpeo con el show. Yeah. Y me voy a dar una golpeo con mi rodilla. Así. ¿Ok? Valerie, me voy a dar una golpeo con mi rodilla. I say the most random shit in Spanish. I think people will like it. I really do. I think tweakers all over Twitch will like my Spanish show. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a 100% Latino show. Y voy a decir cosas como yo voy a dar una golpeo con mi rodilla, ¿ok? Voy a tener una golpea, una pelazo. ¿Una pelea? No, una pelazo, pero así. Tienes un espectáculo increíble. Me gustaría entrevistarte en mi programa. I think he says you like the spectacle is incredible and you want to interview me on your program. Is that what you're saying? Madre mía. Puta madre. Oh shit, I just turned my screen off. How did that happen? Puta madre. Puta madre. Oh shit. No? Puta madre. Puta madre. Puta madre. Puta madre. Ya. Ya voy a tener una show en español. Ya me han... How do you say I decided it? How do you say I've decided? Valerie, help your guy out. Come on. How do you say I decided? It's been decided. Oh my God. Spanish is the greatest language of all the languages. It trumps all of them. Literally. It's the best. Oh, cool. You want to interview me on your show? I'll be interviewed. I don't know. You might get a ban though. You might get a community guidelines strike. Oye, Jorge. Has venido de Guatemala, ¿no? Jorge, ¿cómo dices decide? Ya fue decidido. I knew it. Right? Did I not say something that was... Did I not say something similar to that? Ya fue decidido. Ya se fue. Ya se perdió. ya se perdió. Ya se falló. Seguro que sí, ya se falló. Ya se fuiste. ya se fuiste. Anyways. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Also, if I just keep dancing like this to Spanish music, I'm going to get so many followers. Ya me he decidido. Vamos a tener una show en español. Ya. Muy bien, muy bien. Por mi gente latino. Ya voy. Seguro. Ya me voy. Vamos. Me quiero, me quiero, me quiero contigo. Me quiero, me quiero, me quiero contigo. Me quedo contigo. Me baila contigo. Me quiera contigo. Me quedo contigo. Me baila contigo. Me queda contigo. Tengo mucho amor por todito, mi gente. Por el Vibe God Cartel. Tengo mucho amor por todos. Todo mi gente. Solo soy un hombre blanco disfrutando de tu espectáculo. I never fucking use that word in my life. Espectáculo. Espectaculo. It sounds like show. I mean, sorry. It sounds like spectacular, but apparently it means show. You're a white guy enjoying my show. Excellent. Excellent. You know, I can read Spanish pretty good. It's just coming up with the words, it's difficult because I don't use it as often as I should, which is why I'm so interested in the Twitch, all the Spanish shows. Because it's a very, like, when I watch Narcos, I don't watch it with the closed captions. You know, because for me, it's good practice to listen and try to, because they speak fast, right? You gotta be going, right? So it's good practice for me to listen to something like Narcos. Whenever there's a new season, it's great. My Spanish gets really good, especially the swear words. I mean, pinche, puta madre, chingate, cabrón. I mean, I love Spanish, but I can read it, I can write it. But when I speak it, it just takes time for me to remember the words. Usually, I have to think of the English, and then I have to translate it. So it takes a moment for me to come up with it. But eventually, I get right back into her, you know? Like, if I were to go to Mexico right now, bro, give me a day, and I'll be... I was speaking Portuguese. I never spoke Portuguese in my life, except to my grandmother. And when I went to Portugal... I was speaking Portuguese the first day. I just somehow figured out how to change my Spanish accent to a Portuguese accent, and I just ran with it, and it went great. It went great. Honestly, I had conversations with like taxi drivers about politics in Portuguese. So not just like, hi, how are you? Can I get a drink, please? Where's the washroom? Thank you. No. We were talking about Brazilian politics and the corruption that's going on there. Because this guy in Portugal, he was from Brazil originally. And, so really technical conversations in Portuguese. And it was like nothing for me. So, yeah, very fun. Very fun. I love it, though. It's fun. I like it. I want a Spanish show. I really do. I don't know if Spanish people would turn out to watch it, but I'd like to have one. Like, what am I saying right now? Let's see. Esto soy odio. La vecina no sé qué bebió. El vecino no sé qué prendió. A la gente no sé qué le dio, pero tú el mundo está loco. Tú el mundo está loco. Tú el mundo rayo o del coco. Yo solo sé que montaron. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever I just said. You know what's really interesting? I must have like a brain for language for some reason. I've always been really interested in English. Like, I was one of those kids in elementary school that read the dictionary from cover to cover. I was that kid. So I've always been obsessed with words. Like, I'm kind of a word nut. I like the definitions of words. I like remembering definitions of words verbatim. Like, what's a good one? What's a good one that I could just pull out of my ass right now? Existentialism. What is the definition without me touching anything? The definition for existentialism is, fact check this, the philosophical theory that emphasizes the existence of the individual free agent responsible for their own development through acts of will. Check it out. Check it out. Let's do another one. Pretentious. Pretentious. Attempting to impress by affecting greater intelligence, culture, importance, etc. than one actually possesses. How about, let's go with altruism or altruistic. Oh, I can't remember this one. Altruism means it's like a significant interest in the well-being of others, but that's not how it's going to be said in the dictionary, though. Altruism is it's not an inconsiderate. Oh, it's a altruism, altruistic. Something like something for the well-being of others. It's like a really intense interest in the well-being of others. That's what altruism is, right? To be altruistic is to like consider others before considering yourself. No, altruism is an intense care for other people. That's what altruism is. When I think of altruism, I think of, so in my brain, the way I remember stuff is with pictures. So if I have a word, the way I remember the definition is by attaching a picture to it. So when I think of the word altruism, I think of a mother elephant taking care of a baby elephant, right? It's an intense care for the well-being of others. That's what altruism is. There you go. The selfless concern for the well-being of others. That's the word I was looking for. Selfless. Anyway, what was my fucking point to this whole thing? What was my point? Oh yeah, I love words. I love words. Sometimes when my wife's family are speaking Punjabi, they'll be having conversations in Punjabi and I will know what they're talking about. And I don't know how I do this. I really don't, because I don't know any. I know how to say hello, even though I don't even know how to say that properly. I know nothing. I know nothing of their language, but I listen to it a lot. And there'll be times when someone will say something to me, or I'll be asked like, what's the conversation about? And I know exactly what they're talking about. It's fucking freaky, actually. I have something to do. I don't know. There's something in my brain that likes language, just loves communication. Ever since I was a kid, I was just obsessed with the English language. And I learned Spanish in a month. When my grandmother passed away, we went to Peru for the funeral. And I learned Spanish in 3 weeks. I came back, I was nearly fluent. So there must be something in my brain that just accepts languages very well, especially at a younger age. I should have figured out Russian. Russian is the tough one. Russian is a language that I've always wanted to learn. And lately, I've realized how close Russian is to Latin. It's just like a fragmented version of Latin. It's just slightly different. But I had these cleaner ladies, these Russian ladies, come clean my apartment. And I heard them talking to each other in Russian. And I knew what they were saying to each other because it sounded like Spanish. I would love to learn Russian. Apparently, to be fluent in Russian, you have to be born there. If you're not born in Russia, you will always sound like an outsider. They will always be able to pick up on your accent. But I would love to learn Russian. That would be one of my. If I was actually going to sit down and Rosetta Stone a language, it would be Russian, 100%. And I want to brush up on my Portuguese. So like my Spanish can get me by. My Portuguese can get me by, but I want it to be better. I want to sound like when I speak Portuguese, my accent is pretty decent because I can kind of like mimic, right? Like I'm really good at mirroring. So I can mirror what I hear very well. So if I hear you talk, like when I was in Madeira, everyone talks in a very harsh accent. I started to pick up the harsh accent in my Portuguese. In Lisbon or Porto, it's easier to understand. And my accent would change. But I want my Portuguese to be better. Like just as I want my Portuguese to be as good as my Spanish. Then if it's in the cards, maybe I learn Russian at some point in my life, but Japanese, that's not going to happen, man. Look, if your letters look like a bunch of fucking sticks and slash marks and stuff, I don't know where to start, okay? I need your language to have actual real letters. You know, like A, B, C, you know, the basics, right? If your letters, or if your language is a bunch of fucking stick houses and check marks all over the place, what am I supposed to do with that? Where do I even start? It's not in the cards. Look, if your language doesn't have basic letters, it's not in the cards. I'm not even going to try to attempt it. No thanks. I'm not going to try to do it. But as far as like the languages that are worth learning, as far as all the languages that are actually worth your time, you know, can you give me all the numbers in pi? Oh, not right now. What, 3.1? What is it? Oh, no, is that pi? Yeah, 3.1745. No, 3.174. Where does it go after that? 3.147. Is it 4 again? Shit, I don't remember. There was a time I'd probably figure that out. $3.14159. There was no 7 in there. Wow, look at this. You want to know what pi is, Christian? You think you're clever? There you have it. There's pi. 3.1415926535897793284626445923079496928682097494592307 That's the first line of pi. So good luck with that. Good luck with that, Christian. I'll see you in a couple of years when you're done. Oh, not fun. That's not fun. You used to be able to read Greek. That's interesting. Can I round up? Yeah, why can't you just round up to 3.15? You know, like, or 3.14, round down, because the next digit is a 1. So why not round down to 314? You know, just call us, make it super simple for all of us non-astrophysicists to figure out what the fuck this thing. Do you ever remember having this question asked of you in school? Like, what are the first 10 digits of pi? You're like, I don't even know my phone number. Why are you asking me this stupid question? Yeah. 3.14. That should suffice for anybody, right? Am I right? Anyway. Let's wrap this shit up. Let's get out of here. Let's wrap this shit up. I need water. All right, people. Thank you, all the OGs, for hanging out. For the one person or two people on Twitch, the two tweakers, thank you very much. I'll be over there to watch some Russians. I'll be in there shortly. I'm a fanboy, a real fanboy. I mean, I am. Yeah. Thank you, people. We'll see you in Discord. Day 3 of our 1-week vacation. It's going well. It's going well. Really well. Kilowatt, Christy Lynn, Christian Bowerman. He says that I say his name wrong. What the fuck? Bowerman. Valerie, Roselli. Dorothy ain't in Kansas no more. Northwoods Peachtree. Have a good day, my brother. Have a good day. Jorge, my little Guatemalan. Vamos. Vamos, Guatemala. Pinche cabrón. Take care, everyone.
Yo también te necesito. Hice una canción para que bailemos pegadito contra la pared. Si tú lo quieres,
Bowerman.
si quieres. Queda John Flex, Mari, the big one, saca en el beat. Yeah, Argentina en la casa.
What is renewable natural gas and how is it made?